Welcome to the hot seat. My name is Laura Mbata, and I am here with one of the biggest names trending on social media right now and in the entertainment industry. Yes, she has done a cover for Brown Skin Girl if you're not really familiar with that, and of course she has done collabs with the biggest names in the industry. Apart from being a pioneer of certain genres of music, I mean, she is a big name for our industry, and of course we're very grateful for having you here. I am talking about Ivyln Mutua.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on to the set.
Thanks for having me.
All right, and so today we want to find out Evelyn Mutua, the artist herself. Forget everything that people are saying, Tumezoya, this kind of Evelyn.
Yeah.
We want to get to know this Evelyn now and happening.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever is in the past is in the past. Of course, we're going to have to ask you a few questions so that we can move on. But of course, we want to know and love this new version of you. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start with you letting us know who is Evelyn and what you're about.
So Evelyn is just a simple girl who loves having fun, and her life rotates about music, pretty much. Yeah, I'm such a bubbly spirit, free spirit. I think I'm funny a bit, but you know, all around I'm just, you know, full of energy and positive vibes up in this place. So. Yeah.
And may I state that you're very beautiful and you look amazing today and
so
any
much.
other day.
Yay.
But I'd like to get into, you said music, you're in love with music. What is the first time you realized this is what I want to do?
I think I was probably 3 years old. I think at that age is when a child knows, okay, I think I'm beginning to be drawn to something. My mom introduced me to music. She was and still is a singer, an excellent singer. So she told me how to sing. You know how growing up all kids are introduced to music, but there's one particular that will keep, you know, singing, and it's like it's their thing. So among my siblings, that was me. So pretty much I've grown up singing in church, in weddings, with Sunday schools, dancing in church. Pretty much that's where I started. So I loved music from yani vile niliingia tu duniani, I guess.
So maybe like a brief history of your journey in music. There was Coke Studio, then there was the collabos you did. How was that for you?
It was mind-blowing, I must say. Coke Studio was an eye-opening experience for me as a musician. Being able to see the behind the scenes of, you know, the biggest stars, the biggest name that we know and respect, you know, just to see how they, you know, work through their craft and how important it is, you know, if it's dance, if it's this, just seeing and learning so much was a blessing for me. And it put me in a place where I also, you know, desired and yearned to be on the main stage.
And you've mentioned your mom was a singer,
you
sang in church, so there's background of a lot of religious background that influenced your music. So is that what pushed you to gospel?
You're right. Absolutely, that was the case. I come from a very deep, you know, religious background. My dad is a bishop, my mom pastors, my elder brother is a pastor, then myself. So by default, you just have to go to church and sing. Being the pastor's child, you need to be the example and everything. So my life by default just became, you know, at the forefront because of this love and passion I have for this thing. And my parents are able to, you know, allow me do it in the best way that I knew how at that time, but then also I grew and became my own solo act, and I'm trying to define that for myself right now.
And 'cause you're beautiful.
People have really associated you with gospel music. So when was it that you, because you said this is a new journey, like you want to broaden your how can I say it,
my fan base,
your craft, to make it bigger and more globally acceptable. Why wasn't this possible for you to do within gospel?
I think my experience in the gospel industry was great, but then the thing about me, and also my experience at Coke Studio also gave me the confidence that, you know, this is, you know, the way that you could go, and you also have to find the balance, because I know so many artists I met there, like Matara and King, Yemi Alade, who are Christians, but then they're in the secular industry. So just seeing that balance and how they handle that, having conversations with them was just so interesting for me. And I think the state of my heart or my attitude at that point was, if they're able to do that, I think I also can.
And teach them that it is possible to be a good person. So is that saying that you're restricting yourself to inspirational music and
I'd say I'll just go with the flow. Right now, I'm really trying different genres. Like we said, I'm trying to rebrand myself from the gospel singer people knew into this great singer that is free and, you know, open to try different sounds. I feel like if it's inspirational, if it's, you know, about the society, about love, everything and anything, pretty much. At the end of the day, I speak. But I think people also need to understand that at the end of the day, what creatives look for is freedom. There are so many genres of music to be, you know, experienced and sounds to be made and created. So me, I just wanted to grow, and people just need to get that clearly.
Like you said, with gospel, it really confines you to a certain message, to a certain word. People only want to listen to certain beats or other things that really ungodly.
A lot of you can't.
You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you. You'll be witnesses to the ends of the earth.
And this specific artist, before we get into names, he said that there were so many cartels in the gospel industry, which is something also underground artists are complaining about, that does not allow them to grow and expand in the craft that they love. Do you agree with this?
I went through it myself, and I had to break free off of it. My elder brother has been in the gospel industry for a while, and it's the best thing with him. God has called him into full-time ministry. So whether he's singing or preaching, that's what God has called him to do. But if we talk about singing, you can't really. You can't really show what his impact has been, and it's basically because cartels control everything. Because all my gospel music wasn't that I was suffering and now I'm rich. So God is fit. No. I used to sing deep music. All my songs are scriptural. Power is from Acts chapter 1 verse 2. There's a song called Sound the Alarm. It's from Joel chapter 1 verse 8 and 7 and 8. Like very, very deep songs. But then people don't want to, you know, get deep into the word of God. People just want, oh, boom, 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 a good time in the name of the Lord. So can we just get deep or not at all? So I was like, I know I'm a deep person. I know I honor God. I know I walk with God. Let me just separate my hustle with business. Absolutely. It's just like also people who work in the EABL and you're a deacon in church. The man of God can't tell you where's ukatwa sadaka because your money is dirty. There's nothing like that. At the end of the day, that's your day job. That you're in the corporate world. God has placed you there to be an impact. And you should also work your salvation or your journey with God daily on your own.
It's a very sensitive topic. Like I feel like morality is a big thing also for you. But before we get into that, Shamsham, what is it about?
Shamsham, when I wrote that song, pretty much I was just trying to be that voice of that little naughty girl, because I feel like female artists are so good in expressing themselves, like, oh, but us guys are always, I miss you, I want you. How about you become bold and strong and daring and become that chick, you know, and dating in Nairobi, we all know is tricky. So, saa zingine inabidi uitishe tu namba, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, you know, just, this life is too short.
And you had Kagu Mungai on your video, and the brother as well. Like maybe some other faces are skipping me because I know some of the dancers, but how did you get them to be part of your journey?
I am blessed to be a label mate with Kagwe, and his brother is also a friend of mine. So we knew that we needed to do this and do it big with the label. So it was just, you know, call up your friend, come through, support me, and, you know, they see your desire, your hard work. So why not? Let's do it. Let's support her.
You know, pendeza, but your heart is a me. Play it like a smart one, cause it's cutting away. I'm walking away. 9 to 5, mind on the grind, Tonight I might fall in love, depending on how you hold me. I'm glad that I'm coming down. Can't let no one come control me. Keep dancing and call it love. He's fighting but falling slowly. If ever you are in doubt, remember what mama told you. Brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls.
When Paul came out with the song that you felt a certain way about. And you came out and you said that he should take a stand, whether it's gospel, whether it's this or that, because we did ask him and he said,
him is just about making music that people can listen to. Whether he decides today is waking up and feeling like, you know, God is the answer, that is it. If he feels like you guys want to go to the club and have a good time, if you guys want to chuchuma and dance, you know, go ahead and do your thing, but he's doing his own thing. But you had some sentiments to share about that.
Yeah.
So maybe you can clarify that before I come in with the question.
Yes. I think it was that song that we don't want to mention the name. It was something, something. I think at that point for me, I wasn't mad with the song or whatever Willie's doing. I think the main thing that I was commenting about is the clarification. Because you see, so many people, especially these kids in high school, they take everything that we give them. If Evelyn sings today, drugs is the future, that's what they take and that's what they do. So I was just commenting based on the fact that at that point he hadn't made a complete decision, and I felt like if you're still in the hanging on to be on this side, I don't think you need to be singing this.
So it's not the song.
It's not the song itself. It's him making the decision, and I think after watching that thing, maybe if he saw it, he was just like, maybe she had a point. And immediately after, he actually came out and he's like, I'm in Secular, and I was boom, boom, boom. I actually want to do a song with him.
Oh, you actually do want to do a song with him. But he has clarified that if he feels like today is gospel, then that is it. But do you feel like for him being a creative is just that? Like if he feels today he can wake up and sing about God and be very gospel about it, that's what he needs to do. If tomorrow he feels like, you know what, I'm going to be obscene, because to be honest, that song is very obscene, that is what I'll do. Do you feel like there's a limit to being a creative? Because you're saying like take a stand. Does that mean there's a limit to being a creative, or does this just have a lot to do with being morality? And does morality restrict your creativity?
I think it's complex. It's complex. I have a lot to say, but what stands out for me is just freedom. Freedom, like I said, for every creative is very important. So us telling Pose, decide or whatever, we're not telling him you can't sing this, you can't sing that. We're just saying we need to know where you at. Even myself, within myself, when I went to Coke Studio, I confused a lot of people as well. So many people didn't know, am I now in Jesus? Am I now, you know, polluted? What's going on? And I felt like it's my responsibility to give people that clarity so that moving forward, they don't misunderstand my moves and things like those. So people also need to be patient and understand that we are pushing and we're trying. At least they're not our Jalala. So create, don't hate.
What is your next project? What can you expect from Ivyln Mutua? You've had Brown Skin Girl, you've had Shamsham, beautiful music. What next?
One thing that my fans always say, Evelyn, we want more music, we want more music, we want more music. And I'm blessed to be working with a beautiful, amazing team at Taurus Music who, you know, feel my vibe and push me. And so far we've been working on a Christmas album, a beautiful, powerful, off the hook kind of an album, not, you know, your usual that you expect, simple covers, boring. No. I've spiced it up. There's so much in there. Yani, I've featured big artists. Like, we're just trying to change the culture pretty much. We all go through the festive season, but many people don't want to sing about that. Many people don't want to create music on that because it looks like it's just for the Christians. But it's a festive, you know, season. Families come together during that time. Can you say something to them during that time? How can you, because music is very powerful. There are people who you can't tell them do this or help someone in need, but if they hear that in a song and the emotions move them, they actually do it.
But are you not afraid that it will only be relevant for this time, and then January you will have to start embarking on a new journey of, I need my song to be listened to 3 months down the line?
I'm not afraid because the album has an interesting aspect to it. 6 songs are purely Christian covers, but the other 6 songs are original songs. So like, Missing You, which already is out with a video, it's not the usual song that you'd expect to be a Christmas song. I have a song for everyone. For example, Missing You is about the people who are not happy during the festive season because they miss their loved ones who are not with them. Maybe they passed on, they divorced or something.
Or maybe you're working all week. Like
yeah, so there's that song that helps you go through, you know, that period of grief in a positive way. I also have club bangers in there. When you go to the club, what's the song that you want to be dancing to?
Please tell me there's a female anthem over there, because
it's
I'm
there.
ready.
Kwanzaa, it's called Jibambe with
Of
Petra
course, I
and
am
Fena.
ready.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm coming through, Yani, so strong. I made sure if you're a church person, you've got something to listen to. If you're religious, if you want to just have a great time, there's something for you. If you want to be reflective during the season, there's something for you. There's something for everyone. So it's a bold step, and there's so much more that's coming in terms of singles even next year.
And of course, you have been nominated for the Pulse Music Video Awards this 2019. How excited are you for that?
Over the moon. What do you mean?
I mean,
I was so happy.
What was your reaction when you got that information?
Yes. I'm doing the right thing, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, hard work always gets acknowledged. So how do people go about voting for you?
It's very simple. So you send an SMS with the word PMVA with my code 4B. So PMVA 4B. You send that message to 21585. 21585. Yeah. So you vote for me as many times as you can, because we have to bring this home.
Of course, and I mean, we're very lucky to have you, our first nominee from the Pulse Music Video Awards on our hot seat this week. And I mean, I'm so happy to have you here, and I look forward to seeing you maybe in the near future for your album launch, perhaps.
You're so welcome. As in, we'll personally bring that invite, Yani. Yeah, because it's the beautiful thing. The album is going to be very interesting, and even the launch. It's a giving season. It's a gifting season. So everybody that comes in, it's free entry. Everybody will get a free album.
What?
Yes, it's about giving. People will win sneakers from Kicks from Nigeria.
Really?
The people that will win a tour somewhere, some holiday trip.
Wow. You're going big, you know?
Yes,
You're not pulling
because you see, I
I
felt like I kind of had people, you know, with this and transition, and I need to warm their hearts because we're about to get into business. I'm not buying your love. I'm just giving you a gift to tell you that I need your support. I need your love, you know, in the smallest way that I can. At least it came to my mind, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And I want to do something that someone else hasn't done before. That's how I'm trying to change the culture.
Amazing. And I'm telling you, I am sold for a free album and the possibility of free kicks. So I will be there. Ecurve or not, I will show up. And thank you so much for coming on to Ecurve. I know you're a busy person, but we are very grateful that you're here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that was the hot seat with Ivyln Mutua, and she has told you how to vote for her for the PMVA Awards happening this December. And of course, keep it Ecurve, because we have so much more coming soon.